was blind, but now I see. I see.
Our son Marcus referred to our recent time off as a bikecation, and that's what it was. We had never been to the Southern Illinois Tunnel Hill Trail. There is a 540-foot-long tunnel there that is very close to the trail access points at Tunnel Hill. The site manager happened to be right at that spot the day we chose to bike from Tunnel Hill to Vienna, Illinois. He said that for as wide as the tunnel is, if we didn't keep our focus on the light at the end of the tunnel, it would be easy to lose perspective. He said that some people come out with scraped knuckles because they look down and are surrounded by dark and lose their ability to gauge distance instead of keeping focused on the light. He said that if we're riding in a group, if the first person riding through stays focused, the bikers following would just need to keep their eyes on the person ahead to keep a steady pathway. When we arrived at the tunnel, we looked at the big opening on either side, and I thought, how hard can this be? Starting off was easy. We kept focused on the light. But about midway, when you truly lose your peripheral vision and have tunnel vision, you have no idea where the sides are, and I felt kind of wobbly. The temptation is to truly look away from the light to check out what's going on around me, my bike. Am I actually still in the middle of the tunnel? It's a bit spooky. But we were given sound advice, and we followed it, and we kept looking at the light. And we came out of the tunnel unscathed. And that's what I already had on my mind and was thinking about when I ran across a little folded white piece of paper yesterday. Apparently, a grade school gal in our church used her sermon listening time drawing a pencil rendering of Ron preaching. It had a very clear likeness of him in this little podium and a little speech bubble that had these words, "Keep your eyes focused on Jesus." That's what she heard, and that is what he said. How very appropriate timing, because I was already thinking about the tunnel. In life, there are times when we are in a tunnel. We see very little light, sometimes maybe not any at the end of the tunnel. But the truth is, truth never changes. Isn't that what Peter learned the day he walked on water? He looked at the strong wind instead of Jesus. He took his eyes off the one who could save him, and his fear overcame his faith. Jesus asked him why he doubted. And I think that's what happens to us, to families, to churches, to ministries. We lose our focus on him who is light. We look at and to others, we study our circumstances, we look for answers everywhere. Sometimes we look to ourselves. And all of this, to me, is a kiss of faith death, so to speak. And what does Jesus, who always spoke the truth, who is in fact the truth, the light of the world, still say? "Oh, Phyllis, of little faith, why do you doubt?" Are you looking at the light at the end of the tunnel? Focusing on him is the only way out, and that's the truth.